basket is outside drying. As I said, this is 36 inches long by 18 inches tall. This will be the back wall for the shelving unit. So I'm using scrapbook paper that's a 12-inch square. So 3 sheets will fit perfectly across the top of this, you know, this wall right here. And then we'll have to get a little creative about what we're gonna do. And I still haven't decided if I'm gonna have a chair rail and have some paper come up and then put a little chair rail, you know, hip length, which is about 5.5 inches for those fashion royalty girls. So, but meanwhile, we can still go ahead and put the adhesive on this back panel. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use the spray adhesive to see if it'll, you know, stick pretty well for this. So that's what we're getting ready to do now. Hopefully I won't get this all over everything. So let me just scoop this down a little bit, and we're just gonna spray on a little spray adhesive here. And I'm gonna line up the edges here. Make sure I got it, because we want maximum foam core coverage here. Try to align it with the tops of the walls. And I'm not doing such a good idea, but luckily this will peel right up and we will get it right. So let's see what we got here. Start at this corner, this edge here, and I don't think that it's important that I get it exactly right, because at the very top of this, it's going to be hidden by the rails of the shelving rack. And usually when we take our pictures, it's 18 inches tall, and the tallest fashion royalty doll is 12 inches. So I'll have enough clearance at the top of the ceiling so it won't show. And I'm trying to be real careful about, you know, where I spray this and not get it all willy-nilly everywhere, but I want good coverage. Trying to get it to meet perfectly up there so we don't show so much of a seam. There we go. I'm happy with that. I'm going to turn this around and go this way with this one. Quick and painless. Okay, we're back again, inches wide. So I used the panel I've already cut as a template to make the rest of the side walls here. And what I did was just take a pencil, aligned everything up as best as I could, and I took a pencil and drew the outline here. So that gives me my lines I'm going to cut on. So we're going to take a box cutter. That's what I'm using, and I have it on 2 layers of cardboard because I'm not fancy enough to buy a cutting mat just yet. So that's what we're going to use to keep from cutting through to the table. And as with all things, use adult supervision when you're working with sharp objects. Alright, so what I like to do is to lightly score, just staying on the lines, and we take our time, and we're going to follow this line. You know, it doesn't have to be the exact science. Of course, if I'm doing it, it won't be. But, you know, this is kind of like my Prozac. And, but I always want it to look as nice as it can. And hopefully I'll get better at this and, you know, be almost perfect. So, something to strive toward. But like I said, I want to be careful because we are using an extremely sharp blade here. Go. And then now that we have the line, we're just going to cut a little deeper. And for me, it works best for me just to keep going over these lines you know, these cuts like this, rather than to try to be rambunctious and cut all the way through and mess up the foam core. So you have to do what works for you. This is what works for me, so that's what I'm doing. And going slow pays off for me. I haven't got that good where I can just wield the X-Acto knife and the box cutter like some of the more famous YouTubers do yet. So. Now what you'll usually see, if you're effective, you'll see the score on the back side of it. So that's what we're doing here. And then I just take these lines, I turn it over, and I score from the back. Rather than trying to cut all the way through the first time. So about 2 or 3 cuts usually gets it. So be careful to get in those corners. And there we are. We have our panel. Okay. All right, we're back. I finally decided on what I was going to use for my wallpaper for the lower half of my back wall for this Fashion Royalty condominium. So I chose some brick scrapbooking paper, and I went to Michael's and bought these little balsa wood strips you see here, and I spray painted it silver to complement the colors of the brick and the silver wallpaper we have up here. So what I'm doing now is getting ready to use the hot glue gun and put my chair rail down. So that's what I'm doing here.